Колеги, ми продовжимо робочий день. До слова.
We continue our working day, and now I give the floor to Presidential Administration spokesman on ATO-related issues, Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Good afternoon, dear colleagues, and now to your attention are the events that happened during the last 24 hours in the ATO area. And the first news, it is a good news. During the last 24 hours, in the result of the military actions, no Ukrainian serviceman was killed or injured. In Lugansk area, ceasefire continues. In Donetsk area, the epicenter of the military actions is Avdiivka and its suburbs. The enemy 7 times used mortars and also armored vehicles, RPGs-2 and tank. ATO forces successfully repelled the attack of subversive group of the enemy comprising 10 militants. One more incident was at Svetlodarsk Bulge near Troitske village, where Ukrainian servicemen forced the subversive group to retreat. And in Zaitsevo, enemy snipers were active. Also, there were some mortar shelling in Lugansk and Pervomaisk. During the last 24 hours in Donetsk area, 31 enemy shelling was observed and 2 military clashes. In Mariupol area, the occupants delivered 2 mortar shellings near Gnutova and Shirokina. In Marinka, the enemy delivered sniper fire in the direction of the checkpoint. Also, enemy provocations were observed in other areas of the front line in Krasnogorivka, Talakivka. During the last 24 hours in Mariupol area, 14 enemy shellings were observed. According to the information of External Intelligence Office, servicemen of Crimean group that in spring 2014 betrayed their oath and sided with the occupants, they faced serious problems. The commanders of Air Force group that are in Novofedivka, Saksky region of Crimea, they are going to provide positions only for 25% on former Ukrainian servicemen. This is about 500 people. And a small number of the officers will be deployed in Northern Caucasus, and the rest of those who betrayed their faiths is not interesting to anyone there. And the commanders of Sevastopol, they reduced the number of places in military hospitals 5 times, and also they fired some former Ukrainian officers. Also, intelligence service informed that Russian special services transformed Ukrainian hotels and sanatoriums into the basis to rehabilitate and train the militants from Donbass.
These facts prove that the Russian Federation doesn't trust in the former Ukrainian military men who stayed on in Crimea. Nobody needs betrayers. That is why they often should to agree to various adventurous proposals, such as to go to fight in Syria, where the Russian army suffers heavy casualties. Ukrainian military men improve their military skills. These days, near Mariupol, 20 special operations officers in Donetsk region took part in the training. They mastered tactical activities in the conditions similar to combat conditions. They trained in fire from small arms, peer actions, movement tactics. Yet another militant used the security Service of Ukraine program, they wait for you at home, and he surrendered to Ukrainian law enforcement bodies. It was established that he is a native of Slavuta, Khmelnytsk region. In January 2014, he went to the Russian Federation, where illegally he worked at the construction. In August 2015, he lost his documents and appealed to the Russian law enforcement bodies so that they restore his documents. While Russian special service bodies threatened him to in jail, so he was sent to fight in Donbass. Ukrainian military man helps the families of IDPs, in particular Ukrainian officers who are members of the Joint Center for Control and Coordination, along with Kiev volunteers, presented a gift to an IDP, Danilo Dubinin. They presented him a wheelchair. Before January 2015, the Dubinins family lived at the front line. Last year in winter, their house was ruined by militant shelling. Thank you. There are no questions, so we end our press briefing, and the next press briefing will be